Free-to-play games usually have fun mechanics and then some frustrating ones to entice you to spend money. But what happens when you remove the fun of the game for the fun of spending money and time to get money? What if you had a game that fully integrated spending money as a mechanic? Welcome to Growtopia. A few of you have probably heard this song before. Growtopia was a game I held dear to my heart. It was truly a beautiful masterpiece. However, its decline is obvious. I started playing Growtopia in late 2014. Back then, the coolest thing we could get was a dragon hand costing 20 shiny world locks. It was a symbol of wealth and also foreshadowing things to come. World locks have the unique ability of completely shutting down a world. No one else can break, place, or interact with the blocks inside of that world if it is world locked. This means that if a one-world world, like Wings, was world locked, it would belong to the owner permanently. These made these kinds of worlds very valuable as a collector's item. But there was a problem, as there was no unifying currency to speak of. This meant that if you wanted something, you had to trade items that were equally priced based on public opinion. World locks provided a grounding currency by being something you could only get from the store for 2,000 gems, gems being an item that could drop from blocks broken. In Growtopia, there are items that are special, clothing items that provide more than just being cosmetic. They give bonuses. Some bonuses are applied to many items at once, while some do nothing at all. Here are some examples. Double jumping, the act of defying physics and leaping off of nothing, probably applies to the most amount of items, from the humble butterfly wings to the way too expensive Da Vinci wings. Or maybe the Armed and Dangerous mod, giving you the chance to take part in an in-game event. Here's an artist's rendition of it. Once people caught on that the world lock was a fantastic form of currency, more people used it and caused it to go up in popularity. This got officially endorsed by the game itself after the Locky update was introduced. Locky took your locks and provided new and never before seen items. Nevertheless, you can still find people using less conspicuous items like lava seeds in Toko worlds for trading. The general consensus is that if it takes work, people generally will accept it for world locks. Things took a turn when Valentine's rolled around and introduced angel wings. These wings took more luck than skill to acquire. They looked good though, but they provided no extra benefit. They were essentially just more expensive butterfly wings. But that's the thing, children are insanely vain. This made the price skyrocket as demand increased but supply couldn't meet it. It didn't help that the pack, released in later updates, gave a chance of obtaining it at the cost of 5,000 gems. So yeah, thanks Growtopia. But it didn't stop there. St. Patrick's Day with the pot of gold, the summer update making Phoenix wings the second most expensive item to date, the Groganoth making devil wings, needing the angel wings that came in the Valentine's update, climbing up to Groganoth, dropping it in, and then getting devil wings in return. The requirement that you needed 4 angel wings made devil wings more expensive and sought after as a result, incidentally making the angel wings more expensive. This snowballed and made the wings more expensive than what it should have been. This point in Growtopia's life, it was really starting to take off. But due to this was also beginning to create a class divide because the older players accumulated all the wealth and this meant that the newer players were going to have to catch up with them, either by cashing or scamming. And at that point, Growtopia really truly became a trading game because there was nothing as fun as making world locks. The updates following this really showed, because the adventure update, that completely failed. And because the only really valuable thing it introduced, I'm pretty sure, was like a single notification box, and that was about it. And you know, stuff like Xenonite, Rainbow Locks, that helped with trading because they were rare items, became really expensive. All the side things that Seth and Hmmm tried failed because they did not serve the trading. The adventure update, fishing, the carnival, Locky, Valentine's, Player Appreciation Week, Cyber Monday, Black Friday, St. Patrick's Day, the summer update, the Groganoth, Grouch. They all had to introduce something of value, something cool, and because you couldn't release something that was the same price, because people needed it to be more expensive because people were running out of things to do, you had to make it more artificially rare, and that alienated the new players more and more. Fuck me, I remember when I had a script for this. Buy worlds are an interesting phenomenon. They became popular during my time playing. People needed a place to trade their specific items, and the buy worlds catered to that problem. If you needed a specific wing, like butterfly wings, you went to buy butterfly or buy wing. The more general the name, the more people went to it, the more popular it became, the more valuable it became. Some became so rare and so sought after, they required an insane amount of money to buy from the original owners, as it was basically an infinite money fountain. I want to return to the aforementioned class divide. People like Trail, who worked hard and got the legendary items, became a symbol in the community. Wicker 10, who wanted the best for Growtopia, became famous. Ben Barrage, who used his audience for subscribers and world locks,
Coming still, bitch, my pockets fill 100 bills. I'm in the hills, bitch, my soldiers did 100 mil.
also became a symbol in the community. A lot can happen when normal people become symbols in a game which is also becoming a money shill. Simply put, they're all gone. All the good ones anyway. Worker 10 is actually now Cheeky Boyos on TikTok. He's famous for that. Small world. And then, it happened. Ubisoft bought Growtopia and quickly got to work pumping out cooler and cooler looking limited edition items. Golden Razor Wings, the Mag Plant, Rayman's Fist all became staple and rare due to their unobtainability. The Mag Plant especially, due to its unique property of helping the trading because it made farming a hell of a lot easier. By this stage of life, Growtopia stopped being a game and became a literal time sink. After Ubisoft bought Growtopia, it began. The scams got more creative, the new features in the limited items, the item of the months, made it insanely easy to trick and make life as difficult as possible for the average Growtopian. For profit, of course. This led to increasing frustration, which then led to increased exhaustion, which then led to more greed, and then the casinos began to become more popular, people started buying bots, the new players and the middle crust began to become the workforce and the consumers of the upper crust, the top hats. I like to call them YouTubers. And thus is the decline of Growtopia. Growtopia isn't a bad game, but it isn't a good one. I don't usually do this, but this is a warning not to play Growtopia. Just go and play something better, like Minecraft or Half-Life 3. Type your world name in your Grow ID, say I hope I win, and then jump off a bridge. This became a really gloomy video, but anyway, thanks for clicking. Thanks.